Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the third overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Always knew he'd be a gym rat, very cerebral player. A guy that beats you with his mind as well as his physical attributes. But the best part, poise under pressure. He knows how to bring a team back in the fourth quarter.
Go, go, go. Double time, double time. Hey, you got three down.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Looking deep for Julio. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike.
Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some that kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
380! You. Hey, switch gears. Wait, 89!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Check.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, Blue 80! Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Let him go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Rivers now from the 50. He's going to look for Allen now. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 50 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Good job, fellas.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score,
These two teams all tied after one. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Here's Ryan. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Open man, it's Allen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Check 390, 190.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his tight end complete. It's Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
1st down, Chargers.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
3rd and long for Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 47 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 4th down, and the Falcons will bring on Giorgio Tavecchio to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you. And the second half, it was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
I'm coming for you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Down right around the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
All right, round 80. Mike 59.
3 ball.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They come out here in the eye.
Come on.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Ryan. Throw left side, complete. It's Freeman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He wasn't ready.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun, Rivers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Strong right. Foot down.
Now Ryan on 1st down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw again is Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Gotta go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Rivers to throw. He completes it to Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. This is Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down 20-17, 80 seconds remaining. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
He's back to throw. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
You got 3.
Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.